What's going on? It's time to talk about a Shudder original horror film. I haven't done one of these in a little bit, so yeah, today I'm going to talk about the movie Seance. This is it's a Shudder exclusive release, May 21st, 2021. It's produced by Russell Ackelman and Thomas Dekas, and directed by Simon Barrett, who's done like one of the shorts of VHS 2 and VHS 1. He's also a screenwriter for Your Next and A Horrible Way to Die and The Guest. This is his directorial debut, though. So, yeah, Seance is, um, well, it opens up at a boarding school, I guess you could call it, or a private school, all girls private school, where a prank goes wrong. And, yeah, so they want play a prank, like a Bloody Marys type deal in the bathroom, scare one of the girls. She freaks out so much she accidentally kills herself, and yeah, and the girls have are like freaked out about it, and so about what has happened. So they try to contact her through a seance, and paranormal things tend to happen, and it escalates to a crazy time. Yeah, so yeah. After the seance scene, it's basically a paranormal movie, then turns into a slasher film and mystery type film. So I love the beginning of it. The first half setup was really well put together. It's a little slower than most films, but it's definitely an amusing one. It's sort of like the Black Coat's daughter a bit in the beginning, but definitely you get a little more turmoil with the girls and stuff. And once some killings start and you realize it's a killer, nothing really paranormal, it gets to be more of a dramatic slasher. And yeah, for the most part, the kills are really cool and inventive. And yeah, the acting's pretty good in this. The cinematography is really well done, and the music's actually pretty good too in it. And visually, the kills are pretty well staged. The one big problem I have with this film, though, is once they do the reveal at the end, it wasn't like they did a good job at like hiding it, and it wasn't super jarring or anything. But it was one where I was just like, oh, I didn't really think of that person being the killer and things like that. So, yeah, but then they kind of trickle on to other things for another 20 minutes. And it's just like, what's the point of that? Like, that it could have been a little shorter and stuff. And, but yeah, overall, the story and the way the characters interact with each other and like try to figure out things and try to figure out what's going on. It's pretty well situated and somewhat well put together. Some of the acting, most of the acting is good, but some of it was a little cheesy for some of the side characters and stuff. And there's not really much new to the table. It's stuff we've seen before, but it was done on they kind of took a little bit of inspiration from other things and try to put it all together as cohesively as possible, which was good, but it also you kind of get lost in it at some points. Well, at least I did. Through like half the film, it changes directions and stuff, and yeah, so it took a little time to get used to that. But yeah, don't expect anything new from it. It's just a good little horror film, an homage almost to like certain slasher films, even giallo style and stuff like that. Yeah, so if you like any of those type of films, you probably enjoy this one. I thought it was middle of the road. It wasn't super fantastic or anything, but it's definitely I've seen way worse films than this. So yeah, I am going to give Seance a 3.5 out of 5 because it's a little like once they do the reveal, I kind of expected it just to play off, but then they kind of try to expand the story a bit, which kind of just like dumbed it out, I guess is the best way to describe it for me. And it wasn't the ending wasn't really for me. So yeah, but I loved like the first half of this film. It was really well put together, and yeah, you want a good like it's good for Halloween. It's a good little spooky story for the first half, and then it turns into a slasher-ish type film for the second half. So if you want a little bit of everything, and it'll probably be better to watch it with friends and stuff. So yeah, check it out if you want. It's pretty good. It's run of the mill. That's all I gotta say for this. So yeah, it's a Shudder exclusive. This isn't sponsored by Shudder, but you can find it on there. Also, when you're on Shudder, look for my name, no spaces. That's me. I usually write my review, like my first initial thoughts on it in the reviews section on Shudder. So check it out. Find me on there. Keep an eye out for it. So yeah, there's a trailer for it linked down below if you want to check that out. If it sounds interesting and up your alley and stuff, it's linked down below. Also, my Instagram's always linked down below, where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. I usually have the film title and the hashtag and the subgenre of film in the hashtag, and I put it in the video clip so you're aware of it. And or you can follow me on Letterbox as well, where at Derek P Reviews, and yeah, I usually put my initial star rating right after watching it on there too. So yeah, follow me on those two to stay in the loop. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you've seen it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And if you have any horror films or anything that you want to hear my opinions on this upcoming month or so, comment them down below. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. But I got quite a few things to cover, so yeah, it's gonna be good. So make sure you subscribe. Hopefully find something interesting that you never thought of checking out together, and I guess I'll see you on the next review. Watch out for all those crazy girls killing people and stuff like that. It's ridiculous. Anyways, I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So hopefully it's another good spiritual film, but we'll see. I have no idea what I'm going to do next, so I guess I'll see you all in the next one. So cheers.